And this, Rance, of course, is one of our semi-final matches.
Yes.
The other one is going to be Killer versus Suppy, it looks like. So a ZVZ. And here we go. Let's do some player intros in the purple. Hailing from the team GoSu, we have GGL as the third player in the upper right-hand corner, and in the bottom right-hand corner from the team GoSu as well. A little bit of a team kill situation. We have djWHEAT as the Terran. So great play out of djWHEAT last time, and this map is kind of known for what's called positional imbalance. A lot of people have complained about it. And
does that have any bearing on this match or this ZVT right here?
It is going to. Take a look at this natural expansion for the Zerg for me. There's this cliff right here. And it is so easy for the Terran to actually just push out of their base, push up this alley, and then siege your natural from the bottom of the cliff and elevator in. So I think that GoSuDDE probably not going to be too happy when he sees this. And djWHEAT, looks like GoSuDDE thinks that he's playing not too good this tournament. And is not super happy about that. His teammate, of course, djWHEAT, saying, "It's okay, man. It'll be okay. Everyone has their off days, GoSuDDE. We still love you." And GoSuDDE looks like he might be going for the hatch first again, which, of course,
there we go. This is a good map for that. Yeah, sure.
It's a big map.
Why not?
But I think he's going to be very displeased when he finds out what position they are in. Because of course the tanks on the low ground is so effective in this matchup. Have you run into that on the ladder, Rance?
I can't say that I have, man. I can't say that I've run into a tank push right there. They usually just hit my base, but that's because I'm a big turtle.
Going for the turtle play.
Right up the front. They got no problem hitting my front.
GoSuDDE coming on in. He's going to see that there's gas down. Probably going to assume that you know, of course, factory and then reactor going to go down shortly after that. And, you know, back in his base, of course, we have the pool down. Haven't seen the gas yet. Should be seeing that come up shortly, as he's going to want to get some roaches out to probably deal with those reactor Hellions. Again, this is a map where this area is not quite as wide open as it is on, say, Metalopolis. But there's no ramp here, so you cannot block the ramp with a single queen standing in the middle. This is a map where I think going gas first for a Terran player is super effective for the same reason. You can get that out super quickly.
I like the Hellion drops. Yeah, that's my favorite play on this map, probably.
A single Marine and an SCV up here doing a little bit of harass on some of these drones. If we take a look at some of the health bars, looks like none of the drones are too injured yet. That SCV getting kind of low. And Ling's out now on the map, so he will have to pull back. But let's just take a look at what's going on. 2 queens on the way for GGL. And this little contingent of forces is going to pull back to the watchtower. Is this a third base going down? No, GGL is just hiding a drone. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wants to get the scout in on his opponent later. Knows that there are going to be Hellions out and he won't be able to. And the fast starport.
Yeah.
So the Hellion drops that you talked about might be what we have in store here.
Yes. I've been missing the blue flame lately. What's the deal with the propensity to not get blue flame so much these days?
The blue flame actually doesn't do as much. It got nerfed, right? And it got nerfed specifically for the purpose of TVT mostly, because everyone was just doing mass blue flame in TVT. And bio wasn't really viable anymore. But I think, and here we go with this pressure again. But that spine is out, and that's going to spell the end of that. Second queen coming on down. So he should be fine against this. But some overlords, actually, are they going to be fine? Yes, the overlord looks like it will escape. And those queens getting pretty far off creep. A little bit of a try on the Zergling flank there. They actually have a Banshee coming out, so it's not going to be...
Not the Hellion drop.
Not going to be the Hellion drop. It's going to be Banshee play. So we see the reactor going down here. So we have... This is kind of an old style, I would say. If you remember, way back in the early days of this game, there was a player by the name of TLO who did what he called the 1-1-1 versus Zerg, where he would get out a barracks, make some Marines, get out a factory, make a reactor on that, get some Hellions, and then make a tech lab on his barracks to get Banshees out, and he would harass with the Hellions and the Banshees at the same time and make Thors. And then he would push with his Thors and bring all his SCVs with him. And it was super, super hard to hold. But this Banshee, getting a sight on these roaches, that's going to end this roach aggression out of GoSuostojiy. But this roach aggression, forcing the Banshee to come back home, does something really good. It allows him to get up defenses against the Banshee back at his base. The Banshee has to be used for defense, and this is one of those really kind of cool concepts. And hold on, that's actually a lot of stuff. So this could break into the main and do a fair amount of damage. SCV's coming out to repair, but that
save it.
Oh, the depot just barely living.
Nice.
So
last roach goes down too. And that's just going to leave only Lings left, and they're going to have to turn around.
They will turn around, but look at this. We've got spores going up in the main. We have extra queens out. So he's going to be fine against these Banshees. And this is one of those things. There was a player, some people might have heard of him. His name is Mondragon. And his counter to Protoss Stargate play was actually to make roaches. And you might wonder, well, how do you kill Void Rays with roaches? Well, you don't. You just completely ignore the fact that they have air units and there's an air war going on, and instead what you do is you just go attack them. And that forces their roaches to have
Zerglings are going to hit the expansion in the Terran base right now, though, as those... Oh, boy, that's a big, costly hit right there with the Zerglings coming in.
He needs to lift that fight, though, actually.
Ooh, and he hasn't yet. Nothing but Hellions left in the back to defend from these Zerglings here, and it could be, without some good micro, those Zerglings could stay up, but it looks like it's just going to be 1-for-1. 2 Zerglings remaining, though. 1 remaining. Could be, could go down. There we go. Not a single worker killed, but that was very costly, the Bioforce there, the Terran.
So, I mean, a great play there, again, out of GoSuostojiy. He's basically saying, I'm going to make you keep pulling your Banshees back in defense because I'm going to attack you. And that was exactly what Mondragon did with his roaches in that ZVP matchup. He said, if I just attack your front, you have to have your Void Rays back to defend. And if your Void Rays are back defending, you cannot possibly be killing my bases.
I love the twin Banshees, though. One-shotting drones. It's great harass there, and
so
it
much
adds
damage.
up. Yeah.
Have to see when GoSuostojiy decides to take his third. Looks like the macro hatch is going down. This is a little bit late for a macro hatch, I feel. And you know, he seems a little bit frazzled in this match by this harassment. Here we go, though, moving out. He's got his little Bioforce stim combat shield on the way. He's got his medevac. He's got his Hellions, and he has a Banshee. So 2 Banshees rather. Where is the other one? It's off somewhere. There we go. So this could be super scary because he can just elevate her into the main here. He's going to go ahead and try and pick off some more drones. That Banshee is super low, though. He needs to be careful.
Kind of weird that he didn't repair that thing. I think when you're planning on rolling with 2, you should have full health too, eh? Maybe
Absolutely.
Not, though. Reasonable size Bioforce in with some mech support, though. And here it comes. Let's see if one of these queens can go down here. Nice damage so far. All the Lings are going to get taken down. Ooh, losing huge of those rounds, though.
And this Banshee is going to fall to those queens, so this is getting cleaned up nicely by GoSuostojiy. Great transfuse on the queens. He will lose one of them, it looks like, but I think GoSuostojiy is going to be able to clean this up.
Ooh, I don't know, buddy. It looks like, ooh, yeah, without the reinforcements he wouldn't, but the reinforcements are here and now targeting the Overlords down. But it's not going to be too costly. As you can see, he's got a 2 Overlords.
Combat shield is finished. Stim is about to finish, and he's got 2 medevacs, so this could continue on for GGE. There's a couple Mutalisks out, but
I think you're right, man. That Stim, this is going to be
the Stim goes down.
There it is.
Hat's going to fail. And he just lifts up because there's Banelings. Would not be surprised to see him drop in the middle there.
Nice.
You actually can't get there by the ground.
Very nice. Wonder what those mutas will do, if they'll hang around or not. You can see reinforcements hitting the middle, though, for the Terran. It looks like Zerg's going to try to cut them off. Nice job there.
Absolutely will, but hey, there's some Marines, and that needs to run. You know, from there, what is he doing with this? He's dropping it into the main. Baneling's on the way. Oh, a huge detonation.
Toast.
So DDE with a little bit of miscontrol for just a second there. Big counterattack moving into the natural. Does he have defenses? He's got the missile turrets up, but he's got nothing against this Zergling counterattack, and that could do huge economic damage coming in here. These mutas, he's losing his mutas. cannot lose your mutas in this matchup.
There's a hold position with the wings. Very nice. Although it's time to take them off hold position, Holmes. The Hellions are there, and they are going to engage. But it looks like he's not concerned with these urgents here anymore. Meanwhile, secret third location going down since the Terran's denying the regular third. We're moving over a little bit.
Absolutely. Losing some more mutalisks here, potentially. Yes, one muta goes down.
Oh, man, that's costly.
So he's actually double expanding here, throwing down the expansion there as well. Will he get that medevac? Yes, he does. One Marine makes it out. That Marine got in the drop pod just in time.
Yeah. Looks like there's some more flying in, though. Yeah, okay, we got some Hellions. We got a lot of Hellions, actually. And a good Marine group there. This is a good grouping here. The only thing I'm missing here is, where's the rest of the Banshees? Not making any more Banshees?
No, it looks like he has
Switch to the
stopped the
medevacs.
Banshee production. He has gone to medevac production, and I'm curious that he's delayed siege and tanks for a very, very long time, opting for this Hellion Marine composition. And I think that's, kind of an interesting choice, but is very vulnerable to Banelings. And we have 8 more morphing in.
It looks like that queen up top just went down. Yeah, another queen went down, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe that's the queen. Okay. Looks like the Terran's going to wise up, though, and head back to the watchtower here for a second. Wait for some reinforcements. Oh, no, he's going to move over and clean out the third there, the Terran is. And he's going to continue the macro action. See the tank finally making its way out. It's not at siege, though. Yeah,
It's not even started.
Strangely enough.
So a very late siege. Taking a look, though, let's just get a few numbers here while there's not a ton of action going on. We have 49 drones to 48 SCVs, so GoSuostojiy not as ahead as he should be at this point in the game in that worker count, and that's definitely going to hurt him with his ability to produce. We only have 8 mutas on the map, and again, at this point in the game, you really, really want to have more than that. So GoSuostojiy a bit battered, but he did double expand, so as soon as these expansions kick in, he'll be able to do great, great things with that money. But the question is whether djWHEAT will be able to punish him for doing those expansions.
Well, meanwhile, the third's going to go up for the Terran and take over that third position.
Huge army posturing here in the middle of the map. This
Yeah.
army trying to chase these mutiling around. Are they going to get it? Looks like some Hellions going down for free. So djWHEAT letting his Hellions get away, but Mutalisk could go down for free as well. All those Zerglings going to evaporate for sure. No, the Terran force actually pulls back.
That was actually all the Hellions that went down just now.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
So you've only got Marines and tanks in this composition now? And medevac.
Marine tank medevac, of course, a great composition. Siege mode, though, still not started.
Wow. Thors are coming out, though.
I wonder if that's a misclick.
Oh,
I wonder if he's going to get to his opponent's natural where he wants to siege up
And be
and realize
pissed.
he doesn't have siege mode.
You're right, man. I would expect it. I would hope for it.
I would too. He's been posturing out across the map. Mutalisk here flying out with this Baneling ground cover. And there's just Marines here. Oh, a big engagement there happening for a second. And I think he tried to siege there and realized he couldn't. Is he going to start the siege mode? Some creep tumors getting canceled. Couple Marines. Oh, look at the split on that. Wants to get those creep tumors. Doesn't want to get everything killed by Banelings. But it looks like Lings are going to be doing the damage here. So these Marines pull on back to the rest of the army, which is retreating. He does not have siege
Not at
mode.
siege.
And I don't know if GoSuostojiy realizes that. I think GoSuostojiy might think that he's got the siege mode and is
man.
wary of it engaging. And I know djWHEAT's micro is very
Oh, you finally
good.
started siege there. Did you see?
But yeah, siege mode is finally
Okay.
going down. +2 attack as well.
Yeah.
These Marines are at 1-1. The 2-2 on the way, though, for GoSuostojiy. And GoSuostojiy has had a chance to get his bases up.
He has. And there are drones at all of them,
There are
sir.
drones at all of them. Let's
the
take a look
income is thick right
at
now
that drone
for the
count,
Zerg.
71. So he took an opportunity when there wasn't a lot of pressure going on to make drones. That's exactly what he needed to do. And djWHEAT, in the meantime, getting a 4th command center as well. So gearing up to take that 4th.
Ooh, right before siege hits, though, we could have an engagement here. We'll see. No
Oh,
siege
Thor
just
out.
yet. Ooh. That's a lot of tanks, though, and with siege finally finishing up here, it's time for the Terran to move out towards the center.
Absolutely. GoSuostojiy needs to be producing units. Yes, he is. He's got 26 Lings on the way, 4 Mutalisks. But the Mutalisks, with that many Marines and that Thor there, are going to be hard-pressed to do damage.
Yeah, they're shopping the front of the Terran base right now, though, and about to hit the third at the Terran base as the Terran's about to hit the front over there.
Oh, and a huge counterattack. Those Banelings can get massive hits on the worker line.
Oh, boy.
And they do.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
Terran's
look at this.
in the front, too. Yeah. And this is a nasty siege up here by these tanks. They've got nearly everything in range right now, except that maybe that macro hatch. But certainly the third or the second hatch is within range right now. Let's see what happens to these Banelings as they get split. And they do go down in mass out here.
Banelings getting
just in
just
range.
shelled by these tanks.
Yeah.
Look at the counterattack from the back. These Lings and these Banelings coming in, but the muta count has been severely reduced.
Oh, yeah.
There's that Thor there.
Hey,
this is a battle on two
totally
fronts here, guys, and
toast.
it's so hard to cover on cam.
Yeah, the Terran third is toast, though. It had to float. So I don't think it went down outright, but it's definitely not mining right now. You can see the supplies in favor of the Zerg player in this position, though. As the Zerg is going to come in and engage these Marines here, allowing the siege tanks to hit all of those numbers there. And you can see now GGL at 160 supply, while the Terran player GGL at 148. And in a very strong position here at the front as the Zerglings are going to try to hit both sides.
Down from everywhere.
Ouch! This will be enough, I think.
I think it will as well. The Thor goes down. That's going to spell the end of this. There's Mutalisk out. But there are just a few Marines, and he's just going to run those Lings in, clean that up. Oh no, reinforcements arriving from GGL. The supplies have equalized.
Wow. And he could take a lead here if he takes out a lot of overlords. He can actually do some severe damage. 3 tanks are going to join up here to this party as the expansion goes down. Tanks are going to have their way with the macro hatch over there too. I believe they're in range of it. They are.
Absolutely.
Wow, this is going to be costly. I don't know. Does DDE know about the 4th base though?
The counterattack going down. I don't think DDE knows. There's some Lings over here hiding. And DDE has effectively leveled the natural of his opponent.
Meanwhile, he's got his own third up and running too again, so he's got his income back as well down there. Ooh,
See a big
tanks on siege
run
though.
around there. That's huge to get those tanks
That hurts.
completely on siege.
Yeah.
And this is forced to all pick up because there's Banelings there. He needs to head over into the main though, because that's a lot of Marines. If they snipe that infestation pit, it could be huge.
What are they gonna do though? They're just gonna draw a stick on what shows up. And
Dropping the third at the same
oh
time.
man, some serious drop right here. There's another little force push up to the 4th too. Very nice. Not sieging up the tank though. That's the only thing missing from this equation.
The tank there, he's easily going to be able to not lose anything to the spine crawlers. Big run around here to try and deal with that force, but at the same time, this is still here killing stuff off at the third. The stuff in the main, was that cleaned up? Like it was.
GGL a bit behind in the supply now, 128 to 121 out there. As his supply is going to continue to go down here as these Marines.
He's just right-clicking the hatch. Oh no, picked up at the last second.
Nice timing,
Banelings coming in. The 4th got killed off by that Marine tank, but that Marine tank got cleaned up.
And now we're all in on the only remaining mining base here.
Yeah, I mean,
the
his
main's
main
got a
is
couple
basically
patches.
mined
Yeah,
out. He does
okay.
have Hive Tech finished.
Cool.
But we don't see any Hive Tech upgrades out yet. No Greater Spire on the way. Can't really afford it because he only has 1 mining base. And another big move out here from DDE.
That's a lot.
Oh, that is so scary.
DDE now making 11 Marines at a time. Wow.
It's a lot of Marines.
Yeah, that's a lot of production, folks. And it's starting to overwhelm the Zerg here as the Terran force is going to head up towards the 4th location. And he's going to find a nice little surprise, but wait a minute. Ooh, yeah, the Banelings do know, and they do see. Forcing the siege. Marines are going to head up front, though, and try to deny this hatchery while the Banelings show up, though. Let's see about the pickup timing. Ooh, it's a little late. And all the Marines get lost. Wow, but there's another crew of Marines left to come back up and harass some more. And see how they handle the micro. They're doing quite well so far. Still unable to do the hatch. Ooh, there we go. Counterattack with some Zerglings in, though. And the Zergling's going to do tons of damage over here, brother. That's a lot of SCVs going down.
Absolutely, those Zerglings probably or should be able to clean up these Marines as well, and then go right back to the SCV killing.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
They do. But this push is continuing.
A lot of Mutalists out are going to be able to quell this, though, for the moment. And I can't believe he's managed to protect that hatchery like he has.
I mean, let's just take a look at the units lost here. I just want to see worker kills. 88 workers killed for GoSuDDE. And what is the worker count? We only have 25 SCVs to 66 drones.
Yeah, man.
So
that was a big counter from
amazing
GGL
counterattacks out of DDE.
Yeah.
Of course, if we look at the income tab, I'm sure DDE is ahead because he's got mules. Roll face.
Oh, wow. Here's the other base, though. Going down as the Terran takes that one down and leaving the Zerg player with 0 mining. He's down to 370 bucks and no mining, as the additional base has been found, of course, as you see in the public chat. DDE sort of narking himself out there for a second. But there's still tons of mining going on from the Terran, though. And it's only a matter of time here, it seems, before the Zerg player is going to be cooked without the ability to make another hatchery.
Absolutely. I mean, this is starting to push forward. Zerg finally has the money to make a hatchery.
I don't know how it happened either, brother. I thought you had him for a second, but no, no, no. 11 Marines at a time, friends. That's how you get it over on the Zerg.
Marines are just so good in this matchup. Boy, we need Banelings on Fester. Deal with him. Oh, and there's the Banelings we were talking about.
I mean, this is getting pretty serious out here, man. It looks like the Zerg is actually able to mine just a little.
Oh no, but losing his Mutalisks.
Oh, that's a lot to lose. It is. A lot of Terran Marines here. That's a big, large dying force.
And the Marines are dancing. The Manor Mule goes down.
There's the GG, and GoSuostojiy goes down to teammate DDE in 2.
So we're going to see DDE in the finals against whoever is the winner of that series. I'm super excited about those because that was some sick play out of DDE in those games.
That was just non-stop.
And GoSuostojiy, it was